Y'all don't shut up. Yeah, hello anyone, any person, any soul. Y'all good. Man, Pi, you won. Yeah, you won, Pi. Right there, Pi. You be waiting for the 36, 2036 year and 58, yeah, 2058. Right there, successful summoning, and then the evil ghoul shows you something, Pi. Yeah, y'all good. The rake shows you something, but then right afterwards, Pi, right eye bled and door. And then Fitz, Pi, Fitz, yeah, don't ever cry, Pi, when you see what hit her as science fact, and then her brain went numb, Pi, abnormal, yeah, normal. Hey, Pi, so good. More on it, break, well, look, the god. Tụi đời tự lo tổ bê châu chua, bê châu xa, yeah, bê châu xa, yeah, bê châu xa, bê châu tổ, yeah, 36, yeah, 36, yeah, y'all good. He appears, he grabs you, but don't forget, Pi, you, my man, right on my vein, Ray Spirit. Later on, it was you and 8 others fighting. Yeah, I'm watching. The other fools, they got it. And then we'll show you how to loot that spot in the 4 mages. Hey, plus by help, 100% as we did that too. Y'all good, y'all good. Bây giờ có bao nhiêu một đây tuổi đó nè, cho sao tiên này hay, hai lần mà luôn nha chứ nha, ý nên mong cái hệ như một Singapore tí vậy nha, cho chỉ chủ hệ là Porto, bây giờ này chỉ mong nghe, này chỉ mong nghe niệm bồ lia, niệm Pama, and then 229 pi. Mong Thái rồi này có mấy bé nữa cho một đêm lo liên rồi nếu mà sau đó từ đây từ bao nhiêu mà đồ Pama rồi here từ bao nhiêu mà đồ xuống the on the way there need the yeah and it was 229 pi lấy luôn nó có đó and then tuần time rồi thế mấy bé nữa need chỉ want to be like chỉ chân tới yeah chỉ chân tới chỉ bảo sao yeah chỉ bảo chăm hoa yeah chỉ bảo chăm hoa and right there her brain turn on pi yeah her brain turn on it was 258 pi. Her thought that her family is still alive in America. Yep, I deleted them. Yeah, assassins released. Okay. Why is it successful? Like 4 million miles per hour. 100% as we did that too. You think you're faster than King Va who did that, Yaku, with alien god entities and demons, yeah, Yaku. And right there, Pi, her brain turn on, yep, then hers missing, yeah, hers missing, yeah, that's 100%, 100%. And then Paisu, look at that. He says, when you're that powerful, Pi, was it worth cutting up those? Hell yeah, 100%. Me didn't need your existence yet to dwell with me. Yeah. In reality, all human gods like that do. Them got the others that are not needed. And then the goetic clones are deleted. Yeah, massacred. The idiot doubted you, and then you ended him right there in Finland and in Norway. Yeah. I saw Pi into German too. Yeah, me did that. Yeah, me did that. Me fought their little fucking lame fucking faggot, yep, Russian mages. Right there, he fell right when Pi cut him open. Yes, that's true, that's true. I told him the truth. In reality, me a king cobra, human god civilization. Why would Pi, yeah, not give, why would Pi, yeah, why would Pi care? Yeah, why would Pi care? Yeah, that's true. You didn't get it, you don't have a cobra tail god entity, delta. Yep, your god particle and oxygen isn't being replenished. And y'all good. And the ugly ass bitch didn't quit. 229 when you burnt that Python, when you burnt Ace's house and her house right there. Her brain turned on. Yep, brain turned on real quick. That Pi meant it. Yep, your Permies Loughton. Yep, go away. Yeah, y'all good. Yep, keep away. The bitch was so fucking stupid, Pi. People all over the world admit, Pi, you accurate. Yeah, y'all good. You know why, Pi? When you're gaming, you ran into more RAM demons. Their fucking raid technology hurt you for a bit. Pi went to gut them, yep, 9 years after that. Yep, real. Yeah, real, yep. Pi's not afraid of you, yep. Right afterwards, Pi's near 10 trillion miles per hour. Yeah, that's true. Yep, when you morph all the way, Pi near 800, yeah, 800 trillion, good. Him, the truth is 4. Yeah, 4 trillion, yeah, 4 trillion. You defeated him. Him was a defect. Yeah, defect. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Perfect defect. Yeah, demonic spinal cord. Perfect. Right there, Pi. 2 fucking civilizations Pi kept gutting in broad daylight. Yeah. If your alien creator entity is appearing on Earth, you must know that Pi is bigger. Pi smashed the UFO that's currently protecting the planet right now. Right there in the Middle East, yep, that is gone in the future. Real, yep, 58, it has been smashed out of the blue skies. Real, yeah, real. Right there, Pi told you, yep, Pi's dominating all nations, gutting any in Pi's path. And right there, Pi, you give them bullshit, coexist talk, but right afterwards, cut throat, and right there, yep, no good. The Grandpa Horn decides And then he decided, and Pi decided, and Pi didn't care. Yeah, Pi didn't care. Because them were goetic clones. Yeah, Yoka. Look at his face. Fucking crying right there in Indonesia, Pi. He says, Pi, you said, what I need you want to was it? Pi says, why not? Yeah, why not? Yeah, that's what is it? Yeah, that's true, that's true. And Pi said, don't come on to Apa Gio Bena. Tai Tang Chan to Shila that the Jong to Gio Yi Warning Jong, so they have 58, yeah, guaranteed. That's the Holy Holocaust. Right there, Pi, you is scheduled right there. In Thailand is you, and 3 hours, Pi gutted any other opposing mages and immortals, yep. And then right there, the bot in America is released from Nevada. 4 more bots arrive on Earth. Yep, bot spirits, real, yeah, real. All those are near 400 trillion miles per hour, yeah, real, yeah, real. I have no idea, women. How the fuck can you fight Pi civilization of white gods and goddess up there too, Yoku? And female, did you know that you're only stowaway to Indonesia? Yep, Pi deleted you, real, yeah, real. He says, Pi said, don't come on, look toward the Indonesia, I told it to me, but got you what you yep, you want to. And he learned that the hard way from Pi. Yep, Pi deleted your civilization next to, what is that other thing? Has that Malay? Yep, gone to. And Pi, after the civilization fights you gained in the 9 hours, he thought that your UFO was so low grade he didn't see Pi's UFO was actually 4 times the speed in the Middle East. Yeah, real. Right there, the fucking garbage went and hit. Yep, good. Because you dies, real. The best fight scene, her fucking brain lit up. That Pi released a death green ray. Right when Pi melts you, turn to ooze, yep, the fluids, yep, all dark and burnt, real, yep. Right there, motherfucker, yep. Pi's equivalent to God of Science, yeah, real. 4 hours of you fighting science, you knew Pi, he flashes, and then you knew why Chinese made fun of you, Pi, because you fully heal him left immediately to the Paris Federal Court. Yeah, that's true. Has the same grade level, yeah, Yalka, poisonous ray technology. And right there you pass 4 hours of liars, crying in London. Pi deleted them, yeah. Pi wrote, fuck Ebuchanese and fuck you, female, Yalka. Pi needs about 20 years and turn supercharger on the throat. Ebuchanese only a few days. Yep, that's true. Him a super god, women. Look at that, Pi. 20 fucking hours. Ebuchanezar's been defeated by God Va, and then right afterwards, Pi, you spin around, there's nobody near Iowa's level, so Pi feels safe. Yeah, that's true. That's the only fucker that scares Pi. Yalka. You know what Pi discovered? 5-sided star, pretty much a lot slower, yep. To rank it legally, had it is faster. Yeah, that's true. 5-sided star was low end, yep. I was a bit creepier, and the lowest end was New Zealand. Yeah, real. Yeah, Pi matched that. And it was 229, Pi. They made fun of you. They wrote he crushed his left arm, he carried a cube. Yep, an Egyptian cube, stone, and that was his people. Yeah, Pi, you was an evil Hmong god that knows you disobeyed and destroyed their temples and shouted, who, me? Yeah. And right there, civilizations knew it. They were not level 1 gods. They were not Cobra god deities. They would never earned that from Egyptian. Yeah, that's true. And it was 12 civilizations, Pi. You deleted them. The other idiot didn't know. Even if you flee 80 billion years from now, you rot. Yep, you dies. You real. And Pi never told you because Pi owned the cosmos. Real. With ancient god particle molecules and elements that cannot be identified in clumps. And right there, Pi, yours passed. Pi identified Hebrews and Egypt, and right there you knew it. Pi cut up all the other white gods, and Pi didn't give a fuck. Real. Yep, Pi didn't love you. Yep, real. He says, Pi, holy shit, 5-sided star, and you fought. Yes, real. 4-sided star, Vamon, yep, 1. Black Silver Vamon, 1, real. Pi didn't give a fuck what that bullshit is. Pi told him the truth. Yeah, you have no Cobra. How can you create oxygen for your human nations of God? Yeah, of course them dies. and it was 48 hours of you looking at their Hebrew and Iranian hacks from the 5 heads and 6 heads that them invaded, and then Pi knew immediately what Pi's grandpa did. Yep. And then right after the fight scene, Pi, you survived, and then 8 hours later he says, Pi, was it a good idea to fucking do that? Hell yeah, yep. Pissed Pi off. Pi had to run in big head mode. Yep, all human gods began that way. Pi went from luxury spot, born full god, back into halves, back into that, and boom, booted back up. And then right there, you cut. 5 hours. The fucking graphic scene, Pi. You're in emulation mode after your son is born. You leave the metal from him legally, and then boom, match spinal cord DNA. Look at that, boom. 4 hours, your intestine, everything, yep, evolves right there. You cut open the fucking pretend human god, and then you told them the truth. Gods can do that, yep. They lied to you. Real. Pi didn't want to use the hyper region mode, and the Pi's looking for that other xenomorph clone, yep. It broke civilization 16,000 years ago, yep. It was spotted in Indonesia. Their stupid prototype humans bred with it. Right there, you won, Pi. Yeah, you won, Pi. It's 2020, 26 year today. I need to tell you, Pi. The graphic moment is 5 hours later. You laughed and you cut him open, and then he didn't get it. That even if you flee, you was out of oxygen sticks to Pi never bowed down to Egypt or Africans. Yep, African hound dog god or goddess. Right there, you gained in 20 days. Pi. Wow, her cry, her knew it. Pi didn't respect your tale because Pi is a nation already debt free. Yeah, y'all could. Yep, that matches civilizations ancient. The dumbass didn't believe you, Pi. Your grandma hawk, yep, right when you get to her. 3 civilizations of fakes, you murdered them. Stupid Vit who took off the planet 1600s, 1400s, that Chindi piece of shit, yep, and the fucking other piece of shit. And then Pi's grandmother, they were murdered, yep, brutally. And right there, Pi told you, yep, they were the real victors. But right after Pi gained the estate buildings, Pi put it in jail. Yep, all jail areas real. Yep, real. A new grandmother hawk is coming to certify the space stations, and then Pi's rebuilding on their new Cobra Hermes God technology alloy, and he likes your eyeball sticks and electricity. Right there, Pi. 3 hours of new elements. The garbage took off in his car, and he knew it. Royalty are all telling, yep, each other to gut those new types in 5 hours. Look at that. Chinese is out. Indonesian's out. Malay is definitely gutted if they're not registered under Pi. Real. Yeah, real. Very graphic scene. 2 hours of mom and dad telling them the truth that it is poor grandma hawk empress, yep, from southern Burmese royalty. Yep. Who won? Yeah, who won? Yep, 360,000 years old. Accurate. We have no root in the 400,000. Yeah, that's true, yep. Those are northern Burmese King Cobra emperors and emperors. Yep, God Cobra origins. And then Pi went into the 3 heads. Pi's originally 4 head. Pi fought up the 5 heads and the 6 heads. When Pi went to check out what Irain did to 5 head and 4 head and 6 head, you gutted them. And I know I was, and them are there in the 5 heads and 6 heads right now. And right now, Pi, when you fought 6-sided stars offsprings, you knew it. Him was the fucking white invader that went into the 6-headed Cobra dragon. Yep, nations of gods. And right there, Pi, you fought him. Yeah, you fought him. He's actually lower grade than New Zealand. Yeah, that's true. But he's actually a bit better than Allah. That's true. That's why Pi made fun of Allah. Allah is actually only an E-Rain optimized war god. Yeah, real. The fucking shit, and you, Pi, holy shit, your alloy matches. Him didn't scare Pi. When they're not looking, Pi did about 4 trillion dead to 12 trillion dead per 15 seconds. Him did about 40 million, yeah, 40 to 80 million, yeah. His best is probably 4 billion max. Yeah, that's true, 15 seconds. That's pretty much common. Allah good. And then what happened to Islam and all those, them Let's just say near a few thousand, a few thousand dead, yeah, per 15 seconds. Not bad, yeah, not bad, but not it, yeah, not it. And that was where Allah in Saudi was, pie. Fucking scary as fuck. You murdered off the Saudi, and then you spared a few, and then those are judged by, yep, your Persian demons. And it was 2 hours of those, yep, setting foot in jail, and then you saw, pie, what he said to you at home, pie, perfect, yep. Ancient wars with the Iranian gods, yep, that is pie too, yeah, that's true too, yep. Pie's civilization been known to murder off other yellow gods real. Pie's grandpa murdered off 2 yellow god nations, came back down, made pie, and then passed away because he noticed the data shows he's wronged an innocent European mom. Yeah, that's true, that's true. And so pie not say anything. Later on, pie gutted the fucking little tall tale fucking Persian nations, and then the fucking tall tale fucking German. What is that other stole away? Came back down 1992, 94. I see that fucking new type, some kind of Greenland mixture. Pie is not nice to you. Yes, you get a nice ass whipping. Yeah, that's true. I spotted you right there in Indonesian space country in outer space. Real, yeah, real. Pie knew it. It is you? The fucking dumbass that didn't wait for me that went up there? Long Iceland Vaj right now, not want to have you in jail right afterwards. You have me kill your mom and dad versus payment. Then we put you right in jail, and then the horn demons and spirits, your real ancestry will come back and claim you and take care of you. Yeah, that's true, that's true. I can't fix you. Yeah, y'all could. Then right afterwards, Pie murdered off the Iceland fucking goetic clones, and then the real Iceland grandpa's still there. Yep, the one that made his daughter that Pie's grandpa wedded and made Pie, and the right there, he's still there in power. When you find him, Pie, 20 hours of him laughing, he got at the goetic clones, and then you saw what he said to you, Pie. His wife's UFOs and everything was smashed in the South Pole, in the ocean, yep, Atlantic Ocean, South Pole. You'll see the ginormous vipers, yep, floating on top of his ginormous UFOs, yep, real, under the ocean, for real. Hey, Pie, 4 hours of you fucking off. 3 dicks are actually murdered right there in Russia, yeah, real, yeah, real. Pie murdered off the fucking Indonesian and Chinese right there in 2800. The final draw, Pie drew the green holy swords. Boom! Pie murdered all white civilizations right there, right afterwards. Real, yeah, real. And then Pie went to smash the Egyptian temple and to tell them. Pie smashed and five sided stars metal building already in the blue skies. Real, yeah, real. Pie went to tell them. Pie not fear you. You stupid square queen king thing already left the fucking planet in 2003. Yep. I have his old fucking spirits in America and his stupid bootleg demonic fluid DNA changing altering fucking devices, computers, and right there Pie has all that fucking stupid ray technology right there. Pie took it too. I knew it. They're stupid kings of men, yep, from China, the Buddhist gods took that, converted in Malay. Them last pretty long, yeah, that fucker lasts pretty long. When he didn't listen to you, Pie, the Japanese fucker died 600 trillion years ago, yeah, real. Right when he didn't look, Pie laughed, Pie's a god, Pie time travel, Pie knew it. Him erred in science, and then him passed away. Right there, Pie shouted, you never was a human god fool, yeah, y'all could. Pie civilization made fun of you, yeah, it's true. And then 2 other fucking mammals from Indonesia, Pie got and looted their fucking space technology, decrypted their goo and ooze compound, and decrypted their ray molecules and elements, and then Pie rewrote it. Yeah, real. Pie made fun of you because you're not the owner of any white technology, fool. You is some kind of Aztec, yeah. The medal is a 3rd citizen medal. Yeah. Pie looted the 1st and the 2nd class citizen. Pie simply didn't want to gut them yet. Yeah, y'all go, yeah, real. Because them powerful fucking lizard gods, real, yeah, real. That motherfucker, that fucker is about, to be truth, it's near 4 million times or more, yeah, the speed all that, real, yeah, real. That fucker is pretty deadly, yeah, it's pretty deadly. I told us it's on Chai, sir. Right when he powers up, Pie power up, Pie knew it, that fucker is deadly, yeah, deadly. You know how stupid kids are, Pie? His reptilian cellular DNA, your Cobra, yep, Cobra cellular DNA, you withstand, you heal, but you turn around and it is that fucker, yeah, it is that fucker, yeah, that fucker is powerful. But them are not as evil as the human gods, yeah, that's true, when you fight Allah, pie, you'll see how weak him is. Yeah, y'all could. To tell you the truth, Allah didn't pass 100 days. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, him passed away. I didn't tell you. You're pretty weak. Yeah, pretty weak. Thank goodness you looted an old tech. Yep. From a land. Yep. The old big head technology and elixir generator. Yep. Right when that happens, pie, you have an emulation mode. A mutant emulation mode. Boom, the eyeball pops out and gets humongous. Pie. Yeah, that's true. Yep, that's true. Right there, when you're done using that mode, you shout, and then your eyeballs go back to normal. But later on, you was an evil god, pie. You know how to do all sorts of things and sorcery. You make fun of the fucking Egyptian, but you didn't care. Yeah, I didn't care. And be careful, pie. It was you fighting New Zealand, pie. He made fun of you because your son, yeah, passed was 6 million passed away. Yeah, I know. Those are my stupid prototypes from 5-head yellow light-skinned goddesses. Yeah, real. I made fun of him, but he's pretty powerful. Yeah, he's pretty powerful when he powers up. Look at my other little guys. Yeah, from Poland. Yeah, and Lynn, and then look at the other guy right there from Saudi. Yeah, Israel. He's powerful. That guy, when he's born, he is not nice. The other, that's true. And going to share, I told him, "He got to New Zealand fought." Yeah, that's true. Right there, you caught on his mom's a fucking butt. New Zealand. I kicked him in the rib. I will go over there, and then I knew it. But his medal comes in handy. 4 fucking hours of the fucking kid didn't get it. That pie is the father. Pie flew around. 2 other kids came and knew it. Hey, pie, you little Persian guy didn't tell you when he's big. Yeah, he's ultimate. Yeah, and then right there he showed you. They fought off New Zealand. Pie, yeah, normal. Be like that. Yes. Right when you get to the Iran sectors, pie, yep, that them invaded Yao sector. Yep, the Yao goddess in Vietnam origins. Right there, pie, you won. The best fight scene was when you fought those, pie. Her committed suicide because her was a mixture of what? Yeah, pyrogoetic cone, then dies. Yeah, dies. So good. Pie not give a fuck. Yeah, pie didn't love ye. All thou real. Mong don't chime pie. 58 minutes later, he says, pie, is it real that your entity, alien god, is really real? Yeah, real. He's real. He can whip even Baal's ass. Real. The only reason why he didn't kill it all the way, because he needed the planet this way so that Pi can use it afterwards. It's best that Pi trash it all, so no other human gods can steal the old Netherland, metals from Earth, and the demons, the Viper demons. You won, Pi, you won, Pi. They lied to you, but you robbed them from their grandmother's old Viper alphabet. You read in her logs and in her documentary in the eyeball elixirs, the demonic fluids enlightened the computer underneath in the Earth's metal core. Pi looked at all those computers, those servers. You was evil as had a Pi. That's true. Pi laughed for 9 hours, and then Pi said, "You not believe me? Watch this." The God Bob pools, he likes a rail. You see the sphere, and inside of there is a demonic fluid hologram, and it shows real time what your mom and dad did on Earth. Real audio recordings straight from ancient past. That's precisely how things occurred. It is not CGI. Those are real moving videos. But right there, Pi, you cry, Pi, when you did that. 3 civilizations of Persia. Pi pointed to their goddamn Iowa's grandmother. And the right there, Pi wrote, that is the piece of shit. Y'all could. You know what they were making fun of, Pi? Because Pi, you matched the other hero that was from Europe that went into Australia, that from New Zealand, and he kept coming down through Australia, but he was as evil as you, Pi. He slept with African Egyptian goddesses, and he was pure evil. Pi got him too, Pi catching that. That's true. It was you and him, Pi. He says, why would that fucking hero and Pi ring a bell? Because both are level 1. After 4 months of fighting, level 1 for at least another 4 months, and then out of that, real. You heal fast enough, you didn't die, but 9 fucking years, Pi. Police wrote after the fight with Hada, Pi. 4 fucking New Zealanders turn themselves in. Yeah, that's true, that's true. There are people up there invading next to a bunch of, I see a bunch of Finland 2 invaders in Indonesia. All will be thrown in jail. Real, yeah, real. And right there, Norway, same thing, yeah, same thing. Fucking smart Enoch, piece of shit pirate, but I like your technology. If I kept some of your spirit, grandpas, yeah, that's true. If I kept a serpent type, yeah, that's real, yeah, real. He is real, yeah, he is real, yeah, he's real. If I kept that demon, and well, it's not really a demon anymore, it's a spirit, but if I kept him, his technology all the way past, fucking scary as fuck, yeah, those are what thrilled Pi, yeah, and white technologies and sorcery and elements, yeah. Right there, Pi, your superpowers match, but 9 years are you terrified of what the other human nations of God said to you, Pi. How can you be so evil? How evil? Those are sicklings, born, unable to do anything else, yeah, y'all good, yeah. We cannot legally provide for them, yeah, their DNA has been stripped by Baal legally, that's true, and downgraded. And Pi, you won, yeah, you won, Pi, yeah, you won, Pi. Even Pi, my Pi has to strip, it's like this Pi has to patch up. Bella ruined Pi's right arm and 2 other goaty demons. Real, yeah, real. Pi has to patch up and the nervous system runs again. You know how stupid fucking evil people are, Pi? 5 hours of not knowing why one of your arms is short and long, and then when you patch up your right arm, you knew it. That piece of shit fucked with you, Pi. Your shoulder, God, Cobra, metal alloy still there in your shoulder, activated with your electricity charges. Right there, you knew it, Pi. Don't use it yet. You got that fucking bellum, Pi, yeah, 100%, yeah. Piece of fucking elephant tusk shit, yeah, y'all good, yeah. Pi, you won, yeah, you won, Pi, yeah. Pi knows your true form. It looks like an elephant tusk. It's all black skin, yeah. It's bellum, it's that piece of shit, too. And be careful, Pi. Called lucky, so Pi, oh, con Jesu. 5 fucking hours of him fleeing. He says, no, that civilization has already reported us as evil pirates and origins. I'm right there, you gain, and it was 9,000 years, Pi. Woolies everywhere, didn't know, yeah, stay calm, take care of the kids, clean up the buildings, yeah, Pi is there judging. And then Pi knew it, yeah, what to gut. And Pi said, you know what happened? After the ceremony, he smiled. He says, Pi said, Pi, if all fail, put on the silver uniform, but do the ritual. But right there, when the uniform goes into your body, smash the helm as soon as they pronunciate, and then fly out of there to Iceland and wait 9 years for all the school spirits to retreat back into UFO, and then find the main one that plays the horn. But rebuild your armor and your demon alloy from the UFO, from the green, from one of your gold rakes. I'm right there, you won, yeah. He's in the Pacific Ocean. When you're done reprinting your new suit, armor, Pi fits, and yeah, it has all the superpowers. But 9 hours, Pi. You fucking super smart. Didn't melt your left eye, didn't melt your fucking arms, melted your left foot. Oh, yeah, real. That piece of shit's fucking smart. Melted Pi's left foot right there. Mars Pi flew around and shouted and healed, and the Pi knew it. Piece of shit made defect fucking armors, but Pi know how to make that shit work. But later on, Pi is not one happy person. Yeah, Pi's not a happy god. 30 hours you can go in big head mode, you clone, you rebeam, and Pi, you filter it, and you see what's not good, you chop it out. The AI bot's doing that. A Pi is successful, but 9 fucking hours are you terrified of real human gods, Pi, Right after the scene, Pi says, was it worth gutting all those rams? Yeah, Pi, well, hell yeah. Fucking shit never loved me, never provided for me. I was playing MMORPGs online, the fucking shit cursed me, yeah. Fucking Ray hit me, my backup Ray for my blood fluids, yep, like the wound white, and boom, Pi, you won, yeah, you won, Pi. Now it goes white, green, and blue, yeah, blue, yep. And then Pi never give a fuck about red or pink. Red, not no pink. Yeah, pink is Pi too. Yeah, pink Ray's Pi too. Yeah. And then Pi lied to you, woman. Pi's a bypass green Ray, gold Ray too. Yeah, real. But Pi's not gold Ray. Yeah. It was 20 hours of him crying. He says, How the fuck can you make a new human god if you don't have pink ray or gold ray? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Your regular human electricity from your nervous system to the spinal cord to the brain will rot you. Yeah, real. Right afterwards, pal, you pass. Yeah, you save the last conversion. Right there is in white ray, and it's also in green ray. Yeah, green ray. Yeah, normal. And that is old Palestinian ray. And right there you won. Yeah, you won, pal. Yeah, you won, pal. He made fun of his dad when he figured that the four-sided star are real European gods that harvested and gained. Pie, you did the same, and then 4 hours of him crying, yeah, because all his civilization, he was much like five-sided star and Pie, didn't want to breed into their weaker women because he knew the future, and then him passed away. He acquired his powers by and device with DNA, but right there, 4 hours, you saw the real four-sided star in Egypt still alive. Yeah, real, yeah, he's still alive. You, Pie, you match performance, but 9 hours later, the garbage passed away right there in Lao, Pie, yeah, fucking with you. And then 8 days later, the god simply wrote, "Do not fight, Pie," yeah. He's actually, yeah, the type that Ben, and then he went electromagnets in a few hours. He's as fast as level 1, yep, right there. 3 days and you match had it, Pie, yeah, that's true. Pies, and did you know you're in the fight uniform? Yeah, fight uniform, yeah, that's true. Yep, nope, Pies in metal, yeah, metal, yeah, metal. Pies in a bootleg European armor, yeah, that's true. Silver, yeah, silver and black, yeah, real. Right after the fucking scene, Pie, the fucking garbage, thought I was saying. Then I'll tell you what, how do I call your ancient ancestor? Yeah, I call the spirits that have the big cauldron and the dragons down. Yeah, real. Right when you call it, Pie, you pointed to one of the evil spirits in Malaysia and also in Asia. Pie put it in the cauldron and boiled it and absorbed all the eyeball elixir. Real and metal. Yeah, real. And then Pie rebeam it to a bot to cleanse it and then reformat it. And then comes out of new electricity. But you match all the elements, Pie. Yeah, that's true. 4 fucking hours. You have all his superpowers and then you knew it, Pie. Malay's a dove. You did it right, Pie. Duh. Right afterwards, Pie's looking for that fucking weird lion, fucking weird thing. I'm looking for that Chinese lion goddess. Yeah, that's true. When her come back down, Pie, you own one of them, Pie, yep. And then the other, you let it die. Yeah, you let it die. Real, yep. Because them are in Indonesia. They're in Indonesia. Cobra, space station. Real, yeah, real. Space country up there. The fucking dumbass thinks that Pies in your civilization was gonna let them. Nope. Pie go to them. Yeah, Pie go to them. You don't even want to know who killed all of that mage. Yep, Yoko, yep, the mage. What you have the other Burmese gods, Cobras, yeah, came down, murdered it. And then the Indonesia laughed and got to the other, yeah, Persian things. Yeah, real. Hey, Pie, after you got Taiwanese, he tells it that they're all fucking Indonesia, and we are from Malay and stuff like that. Good answer. Yeah, good answer.